Welcome back to Given Chances Farm. And today we're out here walking the fall calves again. Right now outside we've got a little bit of winter mix transitioning over to a little bit of snow going on right now. So we'll see how well they act. They were actually pretty easy to get into the barn today because as soon as we opened up the barn, they're like, woohoo, I'm out of here, not getting snowed on. So they come right in. So now we're just gonna have to allow the girls to get their walking done, and then we're going to we've already got the feeding done before we brought them in. But everybody else, the only thing we got left to do is water the calves after they're done. So let's see if we can get it set up here on the tripod, that way I can help if I need to. There. All right. So for those of you that are new to our channel, I'm Tony with Given Chances Farm, and Taylor there in the lead, she is walking Rosie, and Michaela is walking Navajo. So these are the two calves. If you go back and check out our playlist, the girls started these on halter by themselves, and they've been doing most of the training with them. I've been helping out when they ask me to. So this is the first two calves that the girls have halter broke. Everything else on our farm is I've always been the one to halter break them. So it's big steps for these girls. I'm really proud of them. They put in a lot of hard work, and it's paying off for them. So their plan is to show these calves at 4-H this year, and then we'll see from there what other shows we end up going to. So they've got a lot of work ahead of them this year for 4-H, because they're planning on showing some dairy goats also, if they can, and we'll see how that goes. So Taylor, when you get down to that end, pointing towards the chute, set her up. Michaela, cut in beside her, okay?
Okay. Walk. I'm walking at the feet. Here?
Yep, right there. There you go. Next time, Michaela, give her a little bit more space. Do me a favor. Take him out and then come my way a little bit more. There you go. Big circles. That's better. Straight up. A little bit farther. There we go. Set him up.
Daddy! There's front feet.
Yep. Good job, girls. Currently, we're still working just with the rope halter on these calves. I did try one day putting the show halter on the heifer because she was giving us a little bit of trouble, and see if maybe that would help calm her down, and it didn't really do much with the show halter. She actually fought it more than she would walk with it. But honestly, ever since that day, she's actually settled down a little better with the rope halter. So we'll get back to the show halters here soon, and then the girls will also introduce the show stick to them here soon too. So then after that, the big thing that we're worried about is we'll be waiting until the weather warms up so that we can start rinsing them and blow drying them, so we can push more on the grooming side of it. All right, start walking them, girls. Let Michaela take the lead. Give her a second, Michaela, to catch up. Michaela set up facing the back wall at the rear tractor tire.
Gotcha.
And you'll also notice from our previous videos that we try setting them up facing different directions in the barn. That way they don't get into a routine of every time they come back here, they get to a certain point and they'll stop because they're used to you setting them up in that area. So then it gives you a little bit tougher time. Taylor, come on around behind her, please. It gives you a little bit tougher time trying to walk them because they're so used to, well, I'm supposed to stand here every time I get to that point. So we try to change it up where we set them up and what direction we set them up and how we do it each time. That way when we get into the ring, however the ring for that particular show is set up and what the judge asks the girls to do to stop their cow or set them up somewhere, they've got a better chance at it. We'll actually, at some point during their training this time before we go to 4-H, my plans are to load them in the trailer and at a minimum take them over to my parents' house and unload them and walk them around there and set them up in the yard, those kind of things, just to give them a different scenery. So, but as the weather warms up, we'll also work them in the pen out front too. So, in the pen out front, they'll be able to see around the barn and their moms will be distracting them too, so that'll help.
You want me to take the lead? I think he's pretty eager to walk.
So,
Yeah.
all right,
I can't get.
go. Don't come around her, go beside her. Okay? All right. So as you can notice, when she pulls up here and she tells him to stand, those front feet come together pretty good. His back feet are offset just a little bit. I'd leave him alone as far as having him move. We use a lot of voice commands when we're working with our animals. Mainly it's just a personal preference. I kind of work with the cows similar to the way I was taught when I was first working with horses and other animals too. I mean, really, if you just talk to them, it goes a long way. And it makes it easier on the girls too. They understand what we're asking of them when we say the same stuff over and over every time we do something. So, but they will end up figuring it out, and it makes it easier that way. We don't have to use the stick as much, and they'll learn to stand the way that they need to. Like right now, Rosie's standing pretty nice. She's got the rear legs offset just a little bit. Front legs are squared up. So, all right, girls, the only other direction I need you to do is come around here and face back towards the stalls, okay? Okay. Water still. After this, we'll have the water still because they were about 3/4 on their tank and they all went right to the tank, so they're gonna need it. Definitely tell the wind's picking up out there right now.
Yeah, it's blowing the sleet.
Yeah, So, yeah, they didn't have any trouble coming in. As soon as I opened the door, every one of them run in today. So, which made it nice for us. We didn't have to go out in the snow to
She's
sleep. You know.
shaking.
Well, it's because she's cold.
She's cold, babe. When she goes back outside with Mama, she'll be okay.
We'll say the rest of them are all in the lean-to.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, I said it was a nice, quick video tonight, just kind of giving a little bit of an update on how the girls are doing with their calves. Once again, this is Rosie and Navajo, and that's their training day. We're not gonna do too much with them today because we brought them in out of the sleet and snow, and I don't want to keep them in too long because they're going back out to it. And the other thing is Brittany just come out here and told me my dinner's ready, so we got priorities here, and food is one of those for me. So
So I guess water will have to wait until after dinner.
yeah, we'll come back out after dinner and run the water for the cows, and we'll let these girls show these calves a little bit of loving, and then take their halter off, and we'll run them back out the back doors. The other thing I was gonna mention to you guys about, I'm sure you've seen the video, and if you haven't, you can go back in and check it. I'll have Brittany link the video to this video of our Century Livestock Bell Feeder. Brittany and the girls helped me assemble it, and that has been a great purchase for us. It's been able to extend our round bells a little bit compared to the old feeder we were using that we had cut down. We haven't had one calf get inside this one since we've owned it, and they're actually cleaning up 90% of the bale even, so it makes a big difference. So if you're looking for a nice round bell feeder at a reasonable cost, you ought to look them up. Basically, that round bell feeder is made out of PVC. They've got some pretty cool videos on YouTube, one of which where they smash it down and pull a 1-ton dually inside of it and use a fork truck and lift the rear end of that truck up with the bale feeder, and then smash it back down again, let the truck pull out from under it, and it's still a usable bell feeder. So
They also do different models too.
yeah.
So, because is that one, do they have like a cone feeder?
They have one that has all the tubes that go inside like a cone feeder also, yeah. Changes the price the more options you put on it. They also have it with a solid skirt around the bottom if you want those style too. And I did notice when I was recently looking them up, some of the feeders are even available for order through Tractor Supply also, if you have a local dealer that doesn't carry them. Some of them are, you're able to do it by special order through Tractor Supply also. So, but hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for spending time with us, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.